well and having a fabulous time this evening, and I hope everything is working correctly and you can hear me now, as you should be able to. So there we go, track length 6.93 kilometers an hour and 20 turns this evening, broadcast live on the JPB YouTube channel and also on the Nxtgen GT3 YouTube and Facebook pages. So much love to you. Holds the Formula One World Championship race at the moment and has got 20 turns on track record 146.286 from Valtteri Bottas in the Mercedes W09 in 2018. So what an incredible evening of racing we have got for you. What is the format tonight? Well, we are in for a 2-hour endurance. Now, the 2-hour endurance races consist of basically practice that the guys are coming towards the end of very, very shortly. And then we go into a straight 2-hour endurance. Pit stops are necessary. They will have to change at least all 4 tyres once. Failure to do so will result in a disqualification. They may need to pit twice depending on how they're getting on with fuel. The schedule for this season, we are here at round 5 in Spa. Then we go into next week on the 26th of October at Sebring, 2nd of November in Montreal, and then we round out round 8 at the Nords Combined Circuit. So there you go. Absolutely incredible as well. Don't forget, guys, if you are here for the first time, please hit that subscribe button, turn on the bells for notifications, and don't forget to give the video a big old thumbs up, because that will be absolutely amazing here tonight as well, and hope you're all having a fabulous time. So what we're going to do now is we're going to have a look at the current championship standings, and I will tell you how the grids will work for this evening. So in gold, Tom Dadswell is currently leading the way on 148 points, Mark Fletcher on 125, Chris Daines on 121, Carmelo Metella on 118, Rafael De Santis on 90, Jamie Dory on 87, Gianni Peroni on 79, Gavin Gardner on 70, Gareth Williams on 51, Simone Papaiola on 40, Stephen Wessels on 29, Adam Watson 27, with Matt Shorter tied there as well. Ryan Walker on 19th, Andrew Holmes 16th, Benji McCluskey is on 7. Benji McCluskey will start on pole position. As you know, in this feature, in this endurance, basically it's a reverse of the championship standings. So Tom Dadswell will start at the back of the gold, and Mark Fletcher will start just in front of him with Benji McCluskey on pole. Now into the silver we go. Samuel Oliveira is currently leading the way on 110 points. Adam Hedgecock on 101. Paul Scott on 95. Stefan Albanese on 91. Francisco Santos Pereira on 89. Paul Williams on 79. Robert Adams on 39. Igor Bambic on 38. Sean Shute on 20. Paolo Antonori has yet to score, so that means that Sean Shute, if he's in the session this evening, will start on pole position, which he is. Now in the bronze, we've got Darren Doherty in the lead on 110, Daniel Sitzman on 108, Baz Meacham on 106, Nigel Stock on 82, Mark Sykes on 80, Jordan Benoit on 36 with Mark Baker tied there, Sam Holman on 32, Matt Emmons on 25, Liam Tack on 20, Jorge Santos and Rick Stanton are yet to start and score points on that one. So again, that is a reverse. I believe Liam Tack has joined us this evening. He's told me he's going to come and be in here as well. He has asked that I don't commentate his cursing this evening, so hopefully he won't. Now in the team standings, Altitude Esport is currently leading the way on 220, Team DRS Esport on 211, DS Racing Esports team on 199, Nxtgen Team Orange on 192, Verona Motorsport on 163, XZ Racing on 149, Altitude Esports Blue on 143, Team Tetra Rouge on 115, Nxtgen Team Purple on 114, and CS Academy on 46. Obviously, that does not affect the standings currently either. So there we go. So Matt Baker is in bronze. We've got 2:58 remaining of practice. Good evening, gents. How's things? I'm very well, Daswell. Much love to you. How are you? I hope you're having a fabulous evening along with Mr. Hedgecock and Dan Peoples and Jeff Perkins, who was on Facebook as well. So thank you so much for joining us. There's not a lot we can say about Spa apart from the fact of what an absolute iconic circuit this is. And anybody that knows this circuit. El Rouge, Radiant, Camel Straight, Lacombe are where we're really looking at the main passing places this evening as well. You might get a few down into the chicane from Blanchimont, but again, it's going to be very tight, and these guys are going to have to be very, very careful because it's got to be facilitated, and if they don't facilitate, they're in trouble. So let's put it that way. You do not want to be doing that consistently and having incidents. So yeah, it's never good. We got rolling starts this evening. Blue flags rule. You know I love a good blue flags rule here tonight as well. All drivers must obey blue flags and move over at the safest and earliest opportunity when moving over. Make sure it's clear and obvious, using the likes of in-game pass left, pass right message so the driver behind knows what they got to do. So they do have to move out the way and will need to jump out the way, which is pleasing me no end. I think everybody knows how I love a good old blue flags. You got the wrong points up, chap. You were showing the standards after Silverstone and not from Imola. Really? Okay. Are you sure, Mr. Hedgecott? Because the ones I downloaded and looked at were the ones after Imola. Yeah, Dad, hold on, mate. I'm going to check that because Tom Dadswell on mine is on first place, yeah, which is the one I've got. That's the one in the tables listed at the moment, mate, in silver. Oh, no, it's silver. Ah, drats. Hold on 2 seconds. Okay, so it's the silver class that was changed, doesn't it? Oh, how did that manage to do that, considering that it was set up? It's not pulling in the silver, which is even more worrying. Oh, give me 2 seconds on that one. I'm not quite sure why it's done that, to be honest, considering I set it all up ready to go. There we go, 146 in the silver, so, Oliveira 134, Pereira, Hedgecott 129, 127, 108, and the rest, I think, Paul Scott 127, Paul Williams 108, Stefan Albanese 91. They were all done and dusted, and that's really quite annoying because I did have them all set up, ready to go. And as you can see, the bronze as well was also 147, 135, 134. So I will run through them again, guys, as well. But we're going to bring you up the grid currently at the moment in time. Andrew Holmes will be leading us off in first place. Ryan Walker in second. Matt Shorter third. Adam Watson fourth. Stephen Vessels fifth. Gazza Williams sixth. Gavin Gardner eighth. Gianni Peroni eighth. Jamie Dory ninth. Camilla Metello is in 10th. Chris Daines in 11th. Mark Fletcher is in 12th place. Tom Dadswell, as you say, at the back of gold there. Sean Shute leading us off in the silver class. Stefan Albanese in second. Paul Williams in third. Paul Scott fourth. Anna Scott fifth. Santos Pereira in sixth. Samuel de Oliveira is at the back. Now in bronze, Jorge Sendos in first. Liam Tack second. David Favo in third. Jordan Bebois fourth. Mark Baker fifth. Sam Holman sixth. Robert Odom seventh. Mark Sykes eighth. Nigel Stott ninth. Darren Doggett 10th. Daniel Sitzman 11th. Baz Meacham 12th. Matt Emmons is in 13th place. Well, that's rather annoying, I'm not going to lie, considering that these were all set up ready to go and should have been completely correct, but they have, as I say, decided that they didn't want to import properly and have given me the wrong ones, which is really quite frustrating, I've got to be honest. So we are going off now, guys, as well. Evening, guys, looking forward to tonight actions. Oh, sorry, chap, no worry, mate. It's all good, these things happen, and as I say, I did have them all set up ready and tried and tested before we start, so that's a little bit frustrating. But we are here now at the start of this race. Andrew Holmes on pole position for gold. We know where the formation start zones are as well, so they're the other side. So we're going to go round the chicane this time and down the hill. So be aware, I hope you're all sitting comfortably at the moment in time as we jump on board with Andrew Holmes for this opening of this 2-hour endurance race, which is going to be kicking off very, very shortly. Later on. Here we go, Andrew Holmes has taken a bolt. Ryan Walker's going to cross the line in first place. Ryan Walker's going to cross the line in first. I didn't think that was allowed to happen. As we can see, Adam Watson jump into second as they rush up through Al Rouge and Radio currently at the moment. Andrew Holmes is under pressure. Adam Watson and Ryan Walker are going to be side by side. They're free wide further back as well. This is going to make for some interesting racing going down into Lacoon. We will keep an eye on it. And Adam Watson takes the lead. Chris Daines is in the mix as well. He's got Gianni Peroni behind him. Tom Dadswell, Gavin Gardner and Mark Fletcher in the silver. Stefan Albanese, is in the middle there. That is Chris Daines. He's gone down the order. Chris Daines has dropped down the order and is currently, he's like a roadblock at this moment in time as everybody is streaming past him. Chris Daines dropping down, currently in 25th place in the bronze. Jordan Benoit is out in front currently at the moment. Rodham Mogham's second and Sam Holman is in third place. That's not kind of the start that we were expecting. Adam Watson's clearing off down about half a second. Andrew Holmes is 1.3 back. I'm not too sure if they're going to look at the Ryan Holmes start because at the end, Ryan Walker start, because it looked like to me he was ahead of Andrew Holmes before they crossed the start line. So I think that's going to be needing to be looked at there as well, because it looked a little bit like he was almost in front of him as he went across the line there. But Gaza Williams here as well from Nxtgen Team Purple, currently sitting in 7th place at the moment. So we'll keep an eye on that one. The gainers and losers are on the left-hand side. As you can see, Holman up 5, Baker 3, Sykes 5, Stock up 5 as well, Dadswell up 5, and Watson up 3. Adam Watson's got an absolute barnstorming start currently at the moment as well. So we're going to have to try and keep an eye on him. But Holmes here battling Stephen Wessels. Wessels going to try and go around the outside into the chicane. Is he going to make it this stick at the moment? They're still going to be side by side into that last chicane. And here they go now on that run down into Lacoon. There's been a Mark Baker, Matt Emmons and Samuel de Oliveira have all had an incident into the chicane. We will try and have a look back at that one. And it looks like on the run into Blanchimont. But Wessels has taken that lead, he's taken that position away and is now up into 4th place. They're back at it again though. Holmes has turned around and said, no, you're not having it. And Holmes has got the run as they're going, dropping down the hill into El Rouge Radion and come on that rush up now through the Camel Straight. Who is going to make this stick? And at the moment it's Matt Short. Chris Daines been involved in an incident. Matt Emmons, Samuel de Oliveira again. So we'll try and keep an eye on that one and see how that one gets on. But at the moment they are all currently sitting on my system as having an incident, so we will try and show that as best we can very, very shortly. Wessels and Holmes there. Holmes is on for losing 2 places here with Matt Shorter, but that is Andrew Holmes still holding that position. Stephen Albanese is now out in front in the silver class as well. But let's have a look and see what happened here. I'm not sure if it started off with Mark Sykes, because it looked like Mark Baker was the first one to go. So there's Mark Baker, there's the incident up front, that's Oliveira. Oliveira kicks it off and then it all just goes around here. Mark Sykes comes in as well. Oh! Big one there as well. Everybody is involved in this, and that is not good as everybody goes plummeting down the order. We got Chris Daines in the pits, Samuel de Oliveira, Matt Evans, Liam Tack, Mark Baker, Sam Holman are all in the pits currently at the moment. So they're trying to get rid of their stops as well to see if they can go long. Phil, how are you? Find out. How's it going, buddy? Thank you so much for joining us as well. So there we go. Andrew Holmes is now in 4th place. Matt Shorter in 5th. Gianni Peroni in 7th. Gaza Williams 8th. Mark Fletcher in 9th. So there you go. That is the order currently at this moment in time. Now there's been a few more incidents as well. Samuel de Oliveira has shown up that he's had a crash, but I think he's just entered the pit lane. Same with Liam Tack. Andrew Holmes has been off track. He's been taking excursions. So has Mark Fletcher. But again, here at Spa, as we know, the track is very tight on its limits, so we're not going to try and look back at every incident. Carmelo Metello there as well. We do have a McLaren this time, and that's Jamie Dory. Jamie here as well in the McLaren has taken a car swap. So Jamie Dory has taken a car swap. Now, everybody's going to probably sit back and say, James, what is the rules on the car changes? Well, the drivers are allowed, should they desire to change their car up to round 5. So this is where we're at the moment. Any car changes after round 1 will have a forfeit of 50 championship points. So Jamie Dory who's normally in the Audi, feels the McLaren is a little bit more sturdy than what he had the last time out. So he's going to be now taking the car swap and the 50-point drop as well. But he seems like he's on a flyer at the moment as he's going side by side with Camillo Mettello into Lacombe. In front of that, Andrew Holmes as well. And Gianni Peroni, Gianni there behind him from Verano, has made that move. And Andrew Holmes is looking at coming back. He's not giving it up without a fight, is Holmes. I'll tell you that much. They're side by side. They're door banging on the way down into Rivage. Holmes on the left, Peroni on the right. Oh, Holmes squeezed him out. Adam Watson's been off track. Adam Watson has had an incident and is now dropped down to third place. Adam Watson there dropped down to third, and currently that is the Verano of Gianni Peroni, who's made that move past Andrew Holmes. So we're going to keep an eye on that one. But this is what happened to Adam Watson. Oh, all on his own in Rivage, all on his own. And he's gone right. Whoa! Nearly hit Stephen Wessels there as well, so he's got to be a little bit more careful. There's a group of Andrew Holmes is into the barrier. He's come back into the track. He's come back on track, and lucky enough, he's managed to get avoided by Stefan Albanese, Sean Shue, Adam Hedgecock, and Paul Scott. Oh, that's the Ferrari. That's the Ferrari of Jordan Bebois. He looks like he's done exactly the same thing as Andrew Holmes, and it's come spinning it round the corner. And unfortunately now, them two are not looking pretty. They're plummeting down the order. Chris Danes here for Verano Motorsport, chasing over the back of Liam Tack. Liam here has asked for me not to curse him, so that's what I will try and do as best as I can. But unfortunately for Liam Tack, he's got Chris Danes right next to him, and this is the battle all the way down for 28th place at the moment. That's not going to help there for Liam Tack as he disappears and comes back again. But Chris Danes has taken an inside line into Lacombe. He's got the job done. Francisco Santos and Jorge Santos as well here, having this amazing scrap. Look at these 5 cars, 6 cars battling away. As we can see, Pereira, Bebois is, well, surprised Bebois didn't dive into the pits then. Darren Doherty did and Andrew Holmes did, but Bebois must have a good car after putting it into the wall. Paul Williams from Team Tetra Rouge, sorry, as the commentator sorts his teeth out, has also there gained some positions as well with it in silver. He sits 6th in silver at the moment. He has dropped back 5 from where he started, but is trying to move his way up as people have been into the pits. So there we go. But Darren Doherty looks like he had a little bit of an incident, as we see Matt Shorter here. He is in the BMW with Mark Fletcher, the ever-looming fast Mark Fletcher right behind him, and that's not going to be comfortable for Matt at the moment. I've got to be honest, Matt has got to really just concentrate on hitting his line and try and keep Fletcher behind him, because if he doesn't manage that, he's not going to be really progressing in this race. If he can hold Matt Fletcher up, that would be ideal, but unfortunately I just think that Mark Fletcher is going to be very, very, very quick for him, and Matt Shorter is going to give it a good old go though. I know that full bore, he will literally put the effort in to try and hold him up as best as he can. So let's hope Matt Shorter can do this and keep Mark Fletcher behind him, but be further back from that, Gazza Williams and Tom Dadswell. Dadswell again from Altitude Esports, all over the back of the Nxtgen Team Purple. Here, Gazza Williams again has got another tough job, as has Matt Shorter, because these guys from Altitude, as we know, are exceptionally quick. And you can see it here, it's going to be tough. I think they've got to run this down into Blanchimont with Shorter taking that inside line. Fletcher's going to try and run him around the outside. They're going to try and go too wide into the chicane currently at the moment as well. Are they going to make it through? Fletcher's got that inside line. Holmes, Shorter's being pushed out, as is Gazza Williams as well behind him with Tom Dadswell. These guys are going to be going down into La Source, and practically we're going to have 2 banks of 2. Gazza Williams has not dropped that place from Tom Dadswell. He's still trying. He takes that inside line round the source there. Car number 90 on track at the moment, and he's trying his hardest to hold Tom Dadswell off, but I think it's not a matter of if he'll get past, it is when Dadswell's going to get past it currently as well. So I think Dadswell is going to make this move all the way down through Kemmel we go. You can see in front as well, Fletcher and Short. Is Fletcher going to be trying to make this move and hold off Matt Shorter? Shorter's going to be looking to take it inside line. He does it. Gazza Williams is. He's still holding Tom Dadswell. He's got to leave room. Dadswell's got his nose up. Williams there holds the position, but I tell you what, the ever-looming Jamie Dory in that McLaren is going to want a piece of this currently as well. He's going to be taking this too wide as he heads around the outside of Tom Dadswell there as we go behind the trees. Not an ideal view, I've got to be honest, but Jamie Dory has got Carmelo Metello behind him from Team DRS. Paul Williams here trying to make those moves and move up positions. He's currently in 21st. He's chasing down Jorge Santos back up front. Ryan Walker has got Stephen Wessels right behind him. Literally, the gap is 4 tenths currently at the moment. Mark Baker's went off track as well, and looks like he's jumped to the pit. So has Baz Meacham. Matt Emmons has had an incident, and Samuel de Oliveira has been off track as well. So there's quite a lot happening in the early stages of this endurance race, where Mark Baker and Baz Meacham are now into the pits. But we are on Blanchimont with these guys in gold. Ryan Walker, Stephen Wessels and Gianni Perrone is trying to get onto the back of them as well. But we've got a Lamborghini. I think it's one of the first times we've actually seen the Lamborghini out in front. Wessels is looking at sticking his nose out, not going to make it this time. Wessels in the Porsche, Walker in the Lambo, and it's going to be, see how this one turns out. Tom Dadswell and Gaza Williams side by side. So is Jamie Dory and Carmelo Metello. Williams is not giving it up. He's running down side by side, coming down into the source. Whoa! Dadswell says, goodbye to your nose, young sir. You've not got that anymore. I'll book you the appointment for the plastic surgeon because you're going to need it after that one. I'm not going to lie. I'll tell you what, Williams there, literally, if he wasn't more aware, that could have been dangerous, because Dadswell just literally took that space away and said to Williams, no more. You're not having that. Forget about it. I am taking that and you're going to lose it. But Fletcher's now, Williams has now got the run down over Dadswell, coming down into Lacombe. The side-by-side, Jamie Dory's going to be sitting there as well. He's following, trying to get hold of the draft. Is he going to run this? Is Williams really going to run this round the outside line? Oh, there's contact. Contact from Williams and Dadswell. Dory's taken that opportunity and said thank you very much. So has Carmelo Metello. He's now gone up beside Gaza Williams as well. And Williams, in the space of one corner from trying to attack, has lost 2 spaces. So Williams goes down the order now and is down in 10th place. He's got Metello, Dory and Dadswell in front of him. Wessels and Walker back up front. They're about half a second back currently at the moment. And Perrone and Watson. Watson, of course, was your leader, but then he's trying to recover through after spinning in Rivage. Only lucky enough, he had such a lead, he was only down in 4th place. So he's now holding out and still chasing down Gianni Perrone. But Dory here in the McLaren, Carmelo Metello in the Porsche. Here we go. These guys are now going into Fagné. How is this going to pan out for them? Can they go around the double right-hander of Paul Ferrer before they go shooting down Blanchimont? Dory in that McLaren. Look at that. That car is absolutely stunning here tonight as well. It looks so good in that Nxtgen orange, I'm not going to lie. Look how close Dory is. Look how close he's looking at taking it inside line. He's going to run him round the outside now, down into the bus stop. He's going to switch back on him. He's going to try and switch back on him. Oh, Jamie Dory. Steady on, son, steady on. We're still early in. You've still got 1:46 on the clock there, mate. You know, an hour and 46 to go. But you see the strewn of cars that are literally stayed safe out of that incident. Because if you look at the track map on the right-hand side, basically everybody down to about the 31 car who's at the top part of the circuit going around Paul Ferrer at the moment, which is Bad Meacham, have probably not been involved in an incident. But this ain't going to work out well. Dory and Metello. Metello gives the line up and allows Dory that run up through El Rouge and Radion as they drop over Kemmel now. Oh, look at Williams. Williams, they're going to send it 3 wide. They're going 3 wide down into Lacombe. We've got a McLaren, a Porsche and a BM. Oh, Metello. Metello comes out on that one as they went 3 wide briefly, and Metello went through the middle with Dory and Williams, and Williams there, and Dory lost that place to Metello. So fair play to Carmelo Metello. He took it 3 wide down into Lacombe and managed to hold on to it as well. Sean Shute is the leader of Silver at the moment. He's got the looming BMW of one Adam Hedgecock. So there you go. Do you know the sponsoring on the side of that Lambo? What Lambo of Ryan Walker. Walker's lost the position to Wessels. Let me have a look and see if I can see that. This is how Wessels passed Ryan Walker. Oh, that's into Lacombe. Job done for him as well. Wessels, Walker there, bit of a slow entry. The M, I don't actually know. The big M, yeah, that one. No, not a clue at the moment. I can't see who that actually is, Dan, I'm afraid. But Matt Shorter there as well. Sean Shute. Still got Adam Hedgecock behind him, closing down through Blanchimont. Robert Adams is in 16th place. He's up 11, currently leading the bronze as well. So that's even more interesting. And he's leading the bronze by an absolute country mile. He's got about 4-second gap to Nigel Stock behind. They have got Silva, Pereira, Williams, Oliveira, 2 golds of Danes and Andrew Holmes in the mix as well. So it's going to be very exciting for them to try and come through. It's Jamie Dory in that McLaren trying to defend hard from Gaza Williams here as these guys rush down the hill. Here we go, down the hill they go. Up the other side, and they're going to take it too wide. Doran's not giving up the place. To El Rouge Radion onto Camel, and they were too wide going up through that section, so it can be done, but the respect has got to be there, and the gap's got to be left, because I'll tell you what, the gap isn't left, it's going to go wrong. Gardner's on the right, number 18. He is in the Porsche from Nxtgen, from Verano, and can't make the move around the outside of these, but Williams and Dory and Gardner are all battling it out. Now up front has got really, really close. Adam Watson has got into first place currently, and I can try and show you where that took place, because it's really quite interesting here how Watson managed to go through, and it starts off just about here. So Adam Watson running down into Lacombe. He's caught up with Stephen Wessels. Whoa! Zigs in and out. Gets the door open, gets that Audi. Oh, there was contact there with Wessels. Wessels has gone down. That's how he's lost a place. And that would explain why Peroni got past him. And Matt Shorter as well. But Stephen Wessels has gone all the way down the order at the moment. It's currently down in 11th place. So I'm not entirely sure if he's lost more places. He went off. It's been off track as well. Whoa! That would explain why Stephen Wessels is down in 11th. So there you go, but Adam Watson in the lead at the moment. Peroni is now in second, Ryan Walker is third. There's been lead swaps all the way through this race currently at the moment, 1:41 on the clock, and they're not stopping these guys here for the Nxtgen GT3. They're giving it a good old go, and Watson is now back out in front with Peroni half a second behind, Walker 1 second behind now, and Shorter 2.1 back from the leader. So that's your current rundown. You got Watson, Perone, Walker, Shorter, Fletcher in the gold there. So they've got to now really try and keep these together. As you can see, that is the leaders of the gold, the silver and the bronze. Watson, Perone, Walker, Shorter, Fletcher, Shute, Hedgecock, Albanese, Scott and Silver, Santos in the silver, Adams, Stock, Bebois, Favo and Santos in the bronze. Oh, Wessels got into the pit lane now. Wessels has gone into the pits. He's kind of had to, really, because he just wasn't getting the job done there either. So unfortunately for him, he's not got the job done. But that is your top 10 in each class at the moment. It's a real racer from Daniel Morad, a friend of mine, and he produces sim race gloves, sim race socks and things like that. Oh, they're very nice. Very nice. Mark Fletcher now. Still Matt Shorter here doing an absolute stellar job. Still got Fletcher behind him. It's not been easy at all. Sean Shute has been off track, and he did it from the lead of the Silvers. That is Lacombe. Oh, it's gone in deep. Sean Shute's gone in deep. He's lost the lead to Adam Hedgecock. lost the lead to Adam Hedgecock. Jamie Dory looks like he's going down the order in the McLaren. There is Jamie. Oh, Jamie Dory, Jamie Dory, Jamie Dory. He's just got round Pouon. They're coming into Fagné. Did he just lose that back end? He did. And around he went for Jamie Dory. Nowhere to go, unfortunately, but Adam Watson is still currently leading the way. Gianni Peroni, Mark Fletcher, Matt Shorter are still battling it out. 4 tenths apart currently at the moment. Adam Hedgecock's the leader of the silver, 2-second gap over Stefan Albanese. Sean Shute about 1.4 behind that, but Paul Scott from Nxtgen Team Orange is literally about 4 tenths back from that. Baz Meacham. Oh, Baz. Oh, Baz. Not had a good time, unfortunately, and is also now in the pits. So Baz Meacham back in the pits there. This is Fletcher's opportunity. This is where he's going to get him. He's got to. He can't get short off that inside line. The door's open now, though. Oh, I don't know if that would have been a send and half. So, tyre and fuel stops, mate. Yeah, there is a mandatory pit stop. Possibly 2 pit stops, depending on how they get on. They've got to change all 4 tyres at least once. So, failure to do so will result in a DQ. So, they've got to at least pit once to change tyres, possibly twice. Paul Scott has cleared Sean Shute. So that took place down into Lacombe. And that is Paul Scott past Sean Shute. Mark Baker from Team Tetra Rouge looks like he's just had an off. He's dropped down in bronze, currently down in 11th place for him. Adam Watson, though, is still not breaking away from the ever-looming Gianni Peroni. And Peroni 3 seconds back as well. Baker's been off track. Sam Holman looks like he's been taking excursions. There goes Mark Baker in the background. He's just been lapped by these guys. Can this now? Oh, Peroni and Watson going down Blanchimont. Watson there in the Audi. Peroni is behind him, nothing doing. Oh, there's Peroni there. And instead of Adam Hedgecock's signature on the rear left wing of that rear left quarter of that Audi, and that is Gianni Peroni. So there we go. As these guys go rushing in to La Source. Watson, Peroni, Walker, Shorter, Fletcher. That is your current top 5 in gold. Oh, look at that from Adam Watson. Here comes Peroni. In front of us is Mark Sykes. A little up the road currently at the moment as well. Sykes as he goes down to Lacombe. How is this going to work out? Is anybody going to be making a move apart from Mark Fletcher? Has he now cleared Matt Shorter after trying for 11 laps and 20, well, he's been going since the 2-hour mark, and we got 1:36 on the clock. So it's 24 minutes that Fletcher's been behind Shorter, but he has now cleared him in the BMW. So there we go. He's got that job done and dusted. Adam Watson now right there. There he is, Peroni. Look at that. Peroni right behind him. Top right up his nose. Is he going to be able to do this, though? They're going around Pouon. I'm not quite sure where Peroni can make this move currently at the moment. He just can't close up on Adam Watson enough. And he gets close through this section of Fagné as they go around the right and then they go left, but he just doesn't quite get close enough going around the double right-hander Paul Ferreira. And unfortunately, he's just, if he's not going to get that run down into Blanchimont, he's not going to get this done. He's not going to be close enough. He needs literally about 2.5 tenths to really make this draft work. And you'll see what I mean. He'll close right up. He's got the 2.8, 2.7, 0.27 at the moment. The gap's coming, well, it's going actually up rather than down, which is a little bit bizarre because it should be coming down with Peroni catching the draft, but He's not really close enough to be really tugging that draft and using that going forward in that Audi coming into the source. And it is as it was with Watson currently in the lead. You know, it's just... But Pironi's got a lot to do, and unfortunately, he's got to be making moves because all the while Ryan Walker's closing in, and so are the looming pack of Mark Fletcher, Matt Shorter, and Tom Dadswell. So if he's not careful, these guys are all going to be sucked in to basically all in one battle, and they've got to really kind of be careful because otherwise we're going to have this 2, 4, 6 battle here of everyone. Now, what is the pit stop situation? Well, Obenese's just been taking a little diversion. He's coming round the source. There is Stefan Obenese as well. And there's a lot of off tracks being registered. Now, the thing is with Spa, if anybody knows what iRacing is with Spa, it's very, very tight on off tracks, like so tight. You wouldn't actually think you got an off track until you see it. And you see it there that, you know, you've obviously been given one because you've just got to touch certain parts of this curb and it's an off track. It's really a frustrating circuit, is a Spa for these drivers. But we go up front with Watson, who's got Gianni Pironi, Ryan Walker, Mark Fletcher tucked up right behind him currently at the moment. Can he make this stick currently? This is the thing. Watson's quick. We knew that from last time out. You know, he's such... you know, he got second in the sprint last time. Dadswell took the victory in the overall in the sprint for gold. So Watson also got third in the feature. So is this Adam Watson's time? Is this where he now can move forward and get the victory that he so obviously wants? And he clearly, by what we're looking at the moment, he clearly deserves that place because he's just not managed to get that first place so far. But can he get it now? And that's the question we're going to have to ask ourselves. Can Adam Watson finish off this 2-hour endurance in front with 1 hour and 32 left on the clock? And it's going to be tough for Watson, I'm not going to lie, because the pit stops are going to take effect as well. Baz Meacham's been in the pits for about 6.5 minutes. So, yeah, unfortunately for him, he's got a lot to try and do here, Adam, and it's going to be tough because the drivers behind, you know, Watson, Pironi, Fletcher, Walker, Shorter, Dadswell, they're not new. They're not new to a car. They're not new to rookies. And, you know, they're experienced drivers. You know, we've got Fletcher on 6.1K. You know, no slouch, should we say. So, yeah, I have to keep an eye on that one. But Baz Meacham is there in the pits, and that answers your question, Dan Peoples, I hope. As we see Adam Watson and Gianni Pironi. Watson's giving up that inside line. Pironi's going for the run. Pironi in the BMW, Watson in the Audi. Pironi's got this job done. He's going to cut across him. Can Watson look at trying to come back the other way? He's not. And Pironi from Verano there, Motorsports, takes the lead. But it's now all to play for further down as well, because Tom Dadswell is all over the back of Matt Shorter. He's carried a lot more speed. He's looking at taking that inside line away from Shorter. Job done. Mark Fletcher has also jumped to Ryan Walker on that run down as well. And Tom Dadswell has just got, oh no. Oh no. Oh no. And he can't blame me for this one. Liam Tack dropping down into no name. He's going to spin it. He's going to hit that curve and spin it round. Yep. Nose deep in the Ferrari. Oh, Liam Tack. Well, unfortunately there, Liam Tack is now in the pits. You can't obviously, you know, blame the commentator for that one. I wasn't even looking at him this time. And unfortunately for him, is now in the pits and dusted. Andrew Holmes has been off track. But as I say, I'm not going to look at every off-track, guys, because I'll be forever flicking through the replays, and it's just not worth it, because at the end of the day, I know the track is tight, and I know the off-tracks are tight as well, so we'll have to see how that goes. Yeah, that wasn't your fault. No, Dadswell, that wasn't. I can't be blamed for that one. That's an early pit stop. He is going to have to stop again. That's unfortunate. Yeah, I think that's the thing as well. They've got to try and play this right. They've got 1 hour and 30. If you can get to one stop, great. You know, but you've got to try and make your tyres last, and you've got that mandatory tyre change. So if you can get it to 1, if you run for a long period of time, you should technically, touch wood, be able to do this race at Spa in one stop, but not as easy as that. And we can sit back and go, well, you know, yeah, it should be, it's not a problem, and all of that, and, you know, we'll have to see. So, we'll have to see how that one works out. Walker's slowly jumping back. Yeah, he's about 1.3 at the moment, back from Peroni. That's Mark Sykes. So Sykes jumps out the road. There is Watson with the ever-looming Mark Fletcher. Ryan Walker has got the ever-looming Tom Dadswell. And in silver, Sean Shute here is closed up within about half a second over Paul Scott. So hopefully Sean Shute should be able to try and move it up as well. But as you can see there, Paul is getting that pull from Mark Baker from Team Tetra Rouge. So it's a difficult one because you see how the blue flags are working out. You know, the guys are jumping out of the way as much as they can. So Mark Sykes is shifted as well. So fair play to Mark there as well. Literally running slow. He has dropped off as well. So there was a fair amount of collisions at the beginning. There was incidents as well. Bebois, Holmes. This is what happened to Sykes. And this is why he's kind of ended up where he's ended up, really. This is going into the bus stop. Actually, that's him going into the pit lane. So that's going to be nothing doing on that one. Where is the one I want? It's this one. Oh, he got caught up, I think. I think he got caught up with the earlier incident as well. Yeah, I'm going to have a look here. No, it's still a little bit late, but that's where it kind of all went wrong for Mark Sykes, I think. So I think he was trying to avoid somebody. He's come back on track on that one. This is where hopefully the off-track originally happened. Yeah, that was the collision. Look, he's hit the brakes. Boom, Mark Baker in front. And unfortunately, Mark Sykes had nowhere to go. So that's how he's kind of ended up where he is. He's in a really unfortunate position because it's not where we would kind of expect Sykes to be. But kind of everybody at the moment, from Watson, Fletcher, Dadswell, Shorter and Walker, they've all dropped back. You know, Walker's losing positions. He was at one point in the lead and he's now down in 6th. In gold. Edgecote still leading the silver with Albanese, Scott, Shute, Santos, Williams and De Oliveira, and then Adams, Stock, Bebois, Favo, Santos, and then we've got Doherty, Evans, Holman, Sykes and Tack in the bronze behind that. So unfortunately for them guys, they have dropped back, but yeah, let's see how they get on. It's going to be tough for these guys to really kind of make this work. It's a long hole travel back, so they're going to have to give it a good old goes and hope for the best, I think, on that one. And let's see how they get on. But, you know, look, we've got 1:27 on the clock. We'll just have to see what they can do. And hopefully no further issues as we see Liam Tack jumping out the way. As well, there's been a change here in the middle of silver. I believe this could be the ever-looming Jamie Dory. But Paul Scott is climbed all over the back of Stefan Albanese here as well. So Stefan Albanese is under attack from Paul Scott in the Audi. Albanese from Team DRS Esports. I'm a Walker fan just because of his sponsor. Well, yeah, he's currently in 6th though, unfortunately. He's down 4 at the moment now as well. Sean Shute is what happened to Sean. Down into Rivage. I can guarantee now he's hit the gone in and the back end spun on him. There we go. Around goes Sean Shute there. So unfortunately for Sean, that's dropped him down the order. That's how Jamie Dory got back in and passed him as well. But this is the battle for silver. Paul Scott and Albanese. But back up front, Fletcher and Watson. Oh, Watson just lets Fletcher go there, I think. No point trying to fight that one when you've got the ever-looming Mark Fletcher. Fletcher's now up in 2nd. Watson should really use him as a tow, as a draft and pull him forward, I think, because, you know, I would at the end of the day. We've got up in Jordan Bebois, let's say, is taking an off track at the top part of the circuit there. When they go red on the track map on the right-hand side and the outline goes red, that means they've been off. So, yeah, that's what that one means. But we've got Mark Fletcher, Adam Watson, El Rouge Radion. Is Watson going to make this move? Would you make this move? That's going to be more the question. As we see there up in the air, here comes Fletcher. Watson looking like he's just sitting there comfortably at the moment. Don't think he's going to make it. We're on board with the JPB drone as these guys go round. There's Fletcher there, Watson behind him. Scott stood up the back end of Albanese. Scott's pulled out to the left-hand side. Can he make it down into Lacombe? He can't, not this time. He's going to have to try and go again somewhere because otherwise he's going to get stuck there for a while. The Oliveira is chasing. He's got Stephen Wessels behind him as well. Again, two different classes, so you have to kind of ask yourself, is it really worth fighting this? Because they're not in the same class. You know, they're going down into Blanchimont now. Wessels goes to the left. Oliveira moves over. That answers my question. Thank you very much, sir. No point whatsoever. However, these are the same. And for Albanese, he's got this man, Paul Scott, right behind him, and has really got to try see if he can hold him. I think Scott does look quicker though, I'm not going to lie. Scott looks a lot quicker at this moment in time. As we jump inside the cockpit. Closing down, we're on board with Scott. He's chasing down Albanese. This is in silver class currently at the moment. But I tell you what as well, Chris Danes and Stephen Wessels. Now this is for position because these guys are in the same class. Danes is obviously gold, as we know, car 111, and Wessels is obviously gold as well, car 27. So we look to see how this one pans out for these guys, because both of them are typically what they call quick. You know, 4.7k for Danes and 2k for Wessels, so no slouches either of these guys, and they're both in the Porsche. Walker here is now right behind Matt Shorter. He's pulled out on the right hand side, and these guys go down into Lacombe. He'd let him have that run. I don't think he's worth battling on 122, an hour and 22 left. He's in the Lambo. The only Lambo in the field, mind you, but then again, Jamie Dory's rocking the only McLaren as well, so, you know. Can Walker do this as they're running down into Braun? See it here on board currently. That was a good line. Can he hold this acceleration from this Lamborghini? He pulls right up to the back of Fagné. That was a nice line out there. Double right-hander at Paul Ferrer. And then we're going to be jumping onto the Blanchimont. Here we go. Ryan Walker in the Lamborghini. Matt Shorter in the BMW. What's got more gruff? We know the BMW is quick. We know it turns around and eats curves for absolute breakfast. But is it going to be able to hold, big enough to hold this? Oh, Walker's lifted. You heard the lift from Ryan Walker there. And that, my dear, was a big old lift as well. He was not making attempts on that move. And he lifted considerably. Well early after power, and basically ran that car all the way in, and just sitting where he's sitting currently at the moment. So there we go. Hopefully we'll be able to see if Walker will attack later on, I guess. So let's see how this one pans out. Watson, I don't really feel is going to be making that move. However, Walker's going to make the move now. He's trying to go too wide outside. Into Lacombe he goes. Lambo on the right, BMW on the left. Is there going to be space left? Shorter says not this time, buddy boy. You're not going to be able to do that. Oh! Shorter dragging the power and really accelerating that BMW. You see the slide he got into coming out of Lacombe. Going round Rivage now. The long right-hander. Got to wait an absolute age to put the power on. Through No Name. Again at corner, you've got to try and get on the gas earlier on. And I'm entirely sure what Walker's going to be able to do here. The BMW looks quick, I think, and that's the problem for Ryan Walker, is he does look considerably quick. Short shoot, Francisco Pereira right in time. Shoot goes up the inside. That's for fourth in silver, and shoot is now should be clear of that Merc. However, that Merc has got a lot of power on him, and as you can see from the Oliveira there, he's not giving it up easily. And sorry, Francisco Santos. Don't forget, Francisco took the victory in the sprint last week at Imola and also in the feature. So, you know, it's no slouch in the car. It's got to be careful of that Merc. At times, that Merc just wants to kill you. You can just feel the back end sliding, and there's literally nothing you can do. You end up practically like Bambi on ice and just not surviving. And it's got to... Oh, he's trying to wrestle with it. He's almost got the ball, you know, grabbing hold of the ball, and he's got to try and control that ball. And Santos here is really gripping hold of it for dear life. As we see Sean shoot in front of us now. Sean is closing. We're going to be able to see the clear back end of that Porsche. What's Pereira going to do? Is he going to be looking to go into the left-hand side? Not this time. He's on the gas now. Is he going to short shoot, going to give up that inside line? He's not. Whoa, that was a clutch lift. Clutch lift from Pereira. Literally, there was just complete cut out of the engine. And another one that's fuel saving like crazy. Mark Fletcher is in the pits. A long old pit lane here. Not only do you have the first part to contend with, you've also got the second part as well. So Mark Fletcher has lived and he's in the pits at the moment. Paul Scott on the run down into Lacombe. Got an Albanese. Not this time, Mr. Scott. Not this time. David Favo is in the pits. Mark Fletcher's dropping down. He doesn't really want to get below Chris Daines if he can help it. Daines is coming round Blanchimont. He's had Wessels in front of him. I don't think Fletcher... No, Fletcher's on his way out. Fletcher's on his way out up the hill. There is Fletcher as he emerges between the trees. Mind you, he's still got a long run up. Where is Daines? Oh, Daines is not going to catch him. So I think Fletcher is going to stay in front of Daines currently, which he is. So Mark Fletcher is on his way now, 10th in class, 19th overall. Watson has got Dadswell to contend with now. Not only did he have Fletcher, he's now got Dadswell. Dadswell's got up the inside, and that unfortunately is Adam Watson going down the order as well. I wonder when these guys are going to jump in. Dadswell not this time, Watson not this time. Okay, well that's going to be interesting. Daines and Wessels here, battling it out for 11th in class. Both in Porsches, so both got identical machinery. Nothing doing there at the moment. They've gone through Lacombe, nothing doing. Matt Shorter in the pits. Long old pit lane time, and let me give you a rough idea of what you're looking at here for times, okay? You can see really Fletcher setting the benchmark at 29.8. Now the pit lane time, 1 minute 36. 1 minute 36 of, you know, they've got such a long pit run here as well. Matt Shorter, Albanese, Scott and Adams is all in the pits. Stock's taken the lead in bronze. Jamie Dory's moved up past Matt Shorter and is now in 9th place. So fair play to Dory. Dadswell has got Walker right behind him at the moment. There's a lot of jumping around. As you see, the pits are underway. So let's see how the pit stops pan out for these guys. Bebois in, Shoot is in as well. So Jordan Bebois in the pits and Sean Shoot. You can see the pit lane time gives you a rough idea. I think Mark Fletcher's pit lane time is the one we really will kind of want to keep an eye on. But it's whether or not Fletcher here can get out. Now, it should technically get out past Matt Shorter, because I don't think Shorter's actually left yet. He hasn't, and there is Fletcher there. So Matt Shorter is going to be behind Mark Fletcher. Fletcher 9th in class. Now I want to pick up here Nigel Stock, currently sitting 1st in class. Absolutely stellar job from him. And 10th overall. The Stock is doing a fabulous job currently at the moment. He's not no slouch. He's setting the times of 2:18, 2:17s, again 2:18s around that. Dory is quicker, of course, different classes. So Dory has been quicker, but Nigel Stock, 10th in class currently at the moment. What a stellar job from him. Dadswell's in the pits, Watson's in the pits, Walker's in the pits, and so is Metello. So there's a lot of drivers in the pits at the moment. So we'll have to keep an eye and see how this one pans out and see how they're getting on. Now let's have a look and see if we can compare the lap times from Darren Doherty and Matt Shorter, Doherty and Stock. Doherty's been quicker. He's quicker 8 tenths, 1 tenth, well, nearly 9 tenths and 8 tenths again. Hedgecock's in the pits as well. So as you can see there, the top 9 here. And if Stock, he went in. I was going to say, if Stock didn't go in, he would have been in the lead, but he went in. So Pereira's in. So currently, at the moment, this could leave this man, Paul Williams, out in front. So let's see how Williams does. And I think, to be honest, he's around about the same mark that he's going to be jumping in as well. So I'm expecting Paul Williams in. It's here. Can this man make the difference? This is where we're going to be sitting. There's Mark Fletcher. He wants to, if he can. Watson's on his way out. So is Walker. Watson's going to keep this. Watson's going to hold this position. Watson's out in front. Fletcher's at the base of the hill. So Adam Watson out in front. Matt Shorter, there's another one as well. He's gone into 3rd place. Gather Williams is just leaving as well. So is Dadswell. So Shorter's jumped Williams and Dadswell and he's put himself in 3rd place. And he didn't just jump him. He's jumped him by a country mile. Where is Danes going to appear? Danes is shot out and he's out at 7th. Wessels is in 6th. So these pit stops have not been good for Ryan Walker, Carmelo Metello, Andrew Holmes. Jamie Dory is in the pits as well. Hedgecock is out. Hedgecock's lost the lead to De Oliveira in silver. They'll bring you out the new time at the new table. There we go. That is currently the position. Doherty's been in as well. The Doherty's leading the bronze. Oliveira now leading the silver with Paul Scott. But the gap from Watson down to Fletcher is 7 seconds. Not only did he jump him, he absolutely beats it by a country mile. And Mark Baker here looks like he could have been involved in another incident. Mark's going into the pits, so fair play. And Metello and Walker, there were some gains and losses here, I'll tell you that much. And one of them, Jamie Dory, down in 20th place now. He's got to try and battle up. Back to Peroni's 13th in class. Last, basically. And Metello there has got this man, Ryan Walker, right behind him in battle for 9th and 8th in class. So there you go. What was their comparable pit stops times? Well, you ask, I will deliver. So there we go. That is their pit lane times of the guys in the top 10. Oliveira, I'm not sure about the 4.6 from Samuel de Oliveira. I can actually tell you it was 28. He was, no, 4.6 seconds? That's not right. Watson was a 22.5, that is correct. Fletcher's was a 29. So we're going to have to see how they get on. That is their stop stationary times overall. The whole pit lane time, so this is their overall times. As you can see from De Oliveira, he's back in the pits there, so something went wrong with Oliveira's stop, and he didn't put enough in. Danes is back in as well, so he's got a double, and so is De Oliveira. So 2 pit stops for Danes and Oliveira there. That's a 7-second difference between the leaders, which is where currently the 7-second gap come from. That as well. Look at that, I'm a detective. Hedgecott's going to jump back through past De Oliveira. He's now in second overall. But I'd like to shout out the fact that Paul Scott here in the Audi is leading the silvers. So Paul Scott leading the silvers there. Absolutely stellar job from him. Nigel Stock is now in third, and Ryan Walker is got basically Carmelo Metello right behind him. And Darren Doherty, right, the man in the BMW, I think Watson didn't put enough fuel in. Ooh, that's a claim. We'll have to see how that one pans out. De Oliveira is still in the pits, so expected to be in again. Darren Doherty here in bronze, pitted on lap 3, mind you. So a long old time ago, so we are expecting him to have to come in again. There is the pit lane times, pit laps on the left-hand side. So he's pitted on lap 3. I think overall could be that Doherty probably have to go in again, not going to lie. Wessels might have to as well, and Holmes. We're looking at the lap 20 mark, really, aren't we? I think Fletcher went in 2 laps earlier. I believe there's going to have to be another stop. Surely there's got to be another stop here from these guys. Metello and Holmes and Watson. These 3 are right near each other. Because at the end of the day, there's no way he's going to get to the end, is it? Andrew Holmes is in the pits again. So, yeah, they're going to have to. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1 across the board. Favo's been in twice. Danes has been in twice. Andrew Holmes has now been in twice. Yeah, it's got to be a 2-stopper, surely. But has Watson used that 2-stop to get the gap that he needs, though, does? And then he's going to have to obviously go again to try and keep the gap out. Because, you know, we're looking at a gap now of about 8.5 seconds, 8.2. So Watson isn't hanging around as well. He's absolutely flying at the moment. So, you know, there's a lot he's got to be getting in, a lot he's got to do. But he's doing it what he needs to do because he's opened the gap up to 8.2 seconds. And we've got 1:07 on the clock. It's got to be 2. I think it's definitely going to be a 2. And I think for Watson, it's probably going to be a 2 as well. He's got to try and open up as much gap as he possibly can here. Nigel Stock in gold. He's got Stefan Albanese in silver in front of him. I don't really think there's a fight that Nigel Stock's going to get involved with. 3rd in class currently. Darren Doherty in 7th place is your current overall class leader. So Darren Doherty there is leading the way. But Ryan Walker, Carmelo Metello right behind him at the moment. There goes Doherty. Doherty on the left-hand side is in the pits. So Darren Doherty is in the pits currently at the moment. So it's whether or not Robert Adams here is going to be able to get the job done. Doherty stopped on lap 3, mind you. So there we go. Different strategies for each. Yeah, what a track, man. Absolutely amazing. I know, that's the thing with this track. It lends itself out so much. Mark Sykes is back in the pits again. He's on his way out now, currently sitting 7th in class for Mark. It's not been a good time really for Sykes. He got caught up in the incident at the beginning and really struggled there. But Metello and Walker, Walker hold this position. Metello, I can guarantee now, if I go in board, is lifted and coasting, because he should have been able to have that move. Yep, completely shut off the engine. We'll have a listen again for this lap, but he completely shut off the engine. He was clutching that car as well. Here we go. It'll be that next run down Francorchamps. Shut off. God, shut off the engine. He did it into Fanier as well, which is quite interesting really, because I wouldn't expect it done into a double right and left chicane. But sweeping corners, they're not really chicanes, are they? Let's be honest. We'll have a listen here. I don't think he's going to make the move again. Oh, that whistle of the Porsche 6th gear is ear deafening. Nope, shut it off. Well, if you want any more proof that there's fuel saving going on, that's it. Gianni Perrone and Nigel Stock. I don't think this is going to be a fight that Nigel's going to really get involved with. If he's going to say, see you later, oh, there we go, job done for him. Williams has now got the looming Dadswell in the BM right behind him. So Gather Williams, Tom Dadswell. Ken Dadswell holding money outside of Lacombe. He's got looking for the inside line. Altitude Esports on the right. Nxtgen Team Purple on the, well, right and left now. Into Rivage we go. Williams lets him through. That's Dadswell up into 4th place. Walker, now I'm surprised that Metello has done this, because you've seen him fuel save and then he makes the move. It's very bizarre. That's not going to fuel save him, is it? So, you know. Breezy, what happened to Metello? Well, bud, there was a little bit of a chaotic start. And unfortunately, there was a lot of people involved. And it's kind of just the way it's panned out, I want to say. That, you know, they've had to stop. There was literally hard on the brakes. And then people were trying to go past. Metello's been off track as well. So he's had a bit of an eventful one, I'm not going to lie. And it kind of started really not long. Trying to find his first little excursion. It wasn't there, it was a little bit further down there for Carmelo Metello. But yeah, he's had a bit of a rough one, buddy. And that's why he's where he is currently at the moment. So, but he is up 3 on where he started. So, Breezy. But he is up 3, Breezy, because he started down in 10th in class. Don't forget, this is a reverse grid of class. So, it's kind of along with all of that and some of the other stuff that's been going on as well. It's probably not helped Metello's cause, to be honest. So you can see here, Dory and Stock again. This is a fight that Dory's really not going to want to get involved in. I think this is just going to be move over and let Jamie Dory through. Dory's in the McLaren. I can't believe Dory's in that McLaren. I'm surprised he's gone from the Audi. I'm descending. Oh, hello, Ralph. How are you? Aren't you sat on a beach somewhere, buddy? Aren't you on holiday? Because you were saying about going on holiday, weren't you? You on holiday? Dadswell and Williams. So let's see how this one happens here with Tom Dadswell. Dadwell's made a little bit more of a gap, I'm not going to lie. He's opened up about 6/10 at the moment. Albanese closing down on Adam Hedgecock in silver. Bronze, well, Robert Adams he's flying in the BM at the moment. Again, he has got Nigel Stock in the Merc behind him. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting here in silver. Yeah, I'm in Barcelona. Nice, brother. I saw a picture of the cathedral earlier on. Have they actually finished that now? Because that thing's been built for absolutely forever. So I'm just wondering if they've finished it or not. So, yeah, let me know on that one. Have they actually finished it? No, they're still... No way, they're still building. Oh, brother. Oh, no. Oh, well, what more can we do? Let's go shorter. Matt Shorter did an absolute stellar job in the pits, currently sitting in 3rd place overall. He's got about 8.5 second gap back from the leader, but this is where the battle is lying at the moment. Gianni Peroni, Stefan Albanese and Adam Hedgecock, as these guys are approaching the bus stop. Oh, Albanese sent it on Hedgecock. Can he hold it? No, that's Albanese through in 2nd place. That's Peroni also through as well. Hedgecock there, probably tell me he's on target. Always on target, apparently, according to Adam Hedgecock. So Adam there is still basically still 3rd in class, which is good for him, you know, at the end of the day. So there's your top 10 of each class currently. Watson, Fletcher, Shorter, Dadswell, Williams, Wessels, Martello, and then behind Martello is Brian Walker, and then you got Gardner, Peroni, Dory. It's just the way the time and tire is set at the moment. In silver, you've got Scott Albanese, Hedgecock, Shoot, Santos, Williams, and De Oliveira. And in the bronze, you've got Adams, Stock, Bebois, Doherty, Emmons, Farbo, Santos, and Holman, Sykes, and Baker. So there we go. That is it. You only want... Yeah, I'm alone today, mate. I've got a sick commentator, unfortunately, isn't feeling well. And then I got another commentator who messaged me saying, dude, I'd love to be able to cover. And then he sent me a video of his voice, and he sounded like a proper old man. So he isn't basically he's not able to make it due to the fact he's got no voice. So, yeah, Baz Meacham and Liam Tack. Oh, no. This is Liam Tack. This again is not my fault, I'd like to say. No, it's just gone off. Tack's gone off. And he went off track, and this is where it kind of started, I think. Spun it. Oh, that's Pouon. Wow. It's a very, very bizarre one. And there's Baz Meacham. This is down into Rivage. Baz with his new Mark Sykes livery. So a big shout out to Mark there. Into Rivage, and unfortunately behind the trees. Bit annoying, but there we go. So there we go. Albanese. Peroni right behind him as well. Hey everyone, sorry I can't be there. The flu is ruining me right now. I hope people aren't too disappointed. Yeah, that is Matt Smith, or Matt Zenith as you know him by. And Matt there will answer any Formula 1 question. Just tag @Matt, and he will be able to tell you any Formula 1 question and answer about any era across the last 40, 50, 60 years. He's an F1 wizardry in his knowledge of F1. So if you need anybody and need any questions, just fire him @Matt, and Matt will answer all the questions for you. Wessels is back in the pits again. We are definitely on, I think, Dadswell for a 2-stopper here. So I think you're going to be really about correct, because Wessels is in as well. At the moment now, Albanese's got the ever-looming Adam Hedgecock, and is currently chasing down Gianni Peroni as well. Now, whether or not Albanese will make this move on Peroni, I think seems a little bit crazy. But then again, I suppose if Peroni is holding him up, he's got to make that move. Even when I'm ill, you can't give it a break. So, provided it's in Google, says Phil across the pond. Yeah, it is. But he's an F1 genius. So there you go, absolutely F1 genius. So ask Matt Smith. There you go. Tag at Matthew Smith and ask him any Formula One questions you want. Because trust me, he's a walk-in encyclopedia. As long as he has 5 minutes to try and put it into Google and get it off Wikipedia. So there you go. Much love to Matt Smith. He was supposed to be here, as he said. He's unfortunately ill at the moment. And then Dan Pepels has also been in his chat as well. Was he stand-in, but then Dan's voice is gone, so I'm sat here solo at the moment. These young uns, you know, they just can't handle it out there at the moment in commentary land. You know, they're doing a couple of days a week, getting sore throats, getting the flu, and I swear Max is just the man flu. It's fine. Pop a lemon sip, son, you'll be good. That's what my mum always told me. Dad's well now. He's still got Williams right behind him at the moment. The cars are very spread out. You can see that on the left-hand side at the moment. There isn't anyone that's really close together. I'm giving the gaps up to each person, and as you can see, oh no, my wife has gone. Oh, whoopsie. I have to get hold of her, get her some, make sure she can give you some lemon sips or something, mate. Lemon sips powder, 2 sugars, does the job. Absolutely does the job. I think it's time, guys, we jumped into one of our favourite segments here, is the driver focus. And this week, we're going to have a look at Matt Evans. Matt, currently at the age of 31 years of age, and he's been sim racing for 3 years. So fair play to Matt Evans there, been sim racing 3 years. Biggest inspiration in motorsport was Damon Hill. Earliest memories of any motorsport, watching F1 with my dad on a Sunday, yeah. Damon Hill, now as we know, if you can tell me, Matt, what year Damon Hill won the World Championship? If you could just Google it rather quick, that would be absolutely amazing. Greatest achievement in racing, sim racing or real life, last season's Nxtgen Pronto GT AM champion, and Nxtgen GT3 Season 2 AM 3rd place, and PMR E Series Tier 3 3rd place as well. So fair play to Matt Evans. He's coming up the back of Mark Sykes. Mark gets out the way in a rather ceremoniously way. Then no shot yet, take the grass there, mate. A jug of fresh lemon and honey is best, absolutely. And that's one of the things I found out for my, when I used to get sore throat, tea and honey. Tea and honey, actually, if the wife's around. But you never know, I might be able to get one of them delivered. But there you go, guys, that is Matt Evans, as I say, been racing 3 years. Tender age at 31. So absolutely stellar job from Matt Evans there as well. Currently sitting in 5th place in bronze. So there you go, Robert Adams is in 1st. 10th overall, mind you, for Robert. So this is a stellar job for him. And he's got the ever-luminous Gianni Peroni behind him. So I don't think this is going to be much of a fight currently at the moment, as I'm sure Peroni will just kind of make that move and it's going to be job done. Adams really hasn't got a need to fight him. What would be the absolutely point, because they're completely different classes. So there would be no point at all. Here we go. Adams out the way, Peroni up the inside. Job done, called it. Stock, again, it's got Francisco Santos Pereira behind him. So, again, I don't think that's going to be much of a fight either. Really different classes again here tonight as well. So, let's see how this one works out. Now, Watson's has opened up his gap to about 9.4 seconds. Is he still talking to you? Yes. Yeah, Phil, I'm still safe. I didn't sleep on the sofa last night, so that was an absolutely stellar job. But yeah, still safe. Still safe. I'm good, man. Not divorced just yet. Honestly, it's fine. But yeah, if you missed last night's broadcast, there was the last night's MX5 for the UK Sim Racers. Definitely go and have a look on the JPB YouTube channel there, because that was some absolutely stellar racing, I'm not going to lie. And there was a debate about the Tinder app. And then, well, my wife just heard the conversation. Let's just say it wasn't good. So there we go. But overall, we're up and running here. Let's take you through the leaderboard. Currently, Anna Watson, Mark Fletcher, Matt Shorter, Tom Dadswell, is in fourth place. Gazza Williams fifth. Carmelo Metello sixth. Ryan Walker seventh. Gavin Gardner eighth. Gianni Peroni ninth. Jamie Dory 10th in class. In silver we go. Paul Scott is in first. Stephen Albanese second. Adam Hedgecock third. Sean Shute fourth. Santos in fifth. Paul Williams sixth. And Samuel de Oliveira in seventh place. Robert Adams is in first in bronze. Nigel Stott second. Jordan Bedwell third. Darren Doherty fourth. Matt Emmons fifth. Davide Favo in sixth. Sam Hyman seventh. Jorge Santos in eighth. Mark Baker in ninth. And Mark Sykes is double pitting again. So there we go. So let me know, guys, as well, who you think is going to come out on top here, because I think this is going to be somewhat spun on his heads a bit later on, and with about 15 minutes remaining, I think we could be in for an absolute epic scrap here, and we all know that they believe, everybody believes that currently we've got to go 2 stops, right? I think that's a given. We've got to go 2 stops. It's just now who's going to go where, because they've got to look at the situation they're in. And the current situation is basically Watson has opened up an absolute barnstorming lead. But the question is can he hold it? And that's the thing. Can he hold it? Because he's got to pit again, and we think he's got to pit again. And everybody seems to believe he has got to pit again. But it's going to be whether or not it's how it comes out. Splash and dash, you reckon? Yeah, it does. I'm with you. I've got to be honest. Got to be something that's going to make this. And Adam Hedgecock and Sean Shute, Jamie Dory is through in the McLaren. These guys are going to be coming together very, very shortly at the moment. Adam Hedgecock's got a gap of about half a second. That's the thing, Daz, right? That's one of the worst things they don't want to be doing is splashing and dashing. They don't want to be. You think Watson might have to take tyres? Is that what you reckon he's done? Is not take tyres on the first one, and then he's going to take it in the second one? But Sean Shute, Adam Hedgecock, Blanchimont. There's that whistle of that Porsche. Oh, Shute's going for it. He's going to go with it. Oh, he's not. It's that real world thing of he who hesitates loses out, right? And that's the philosophy when I approach a roundabout that's going to happen. But it looked like he lost out there as Chris Dates goes past Jordan Bedwell, a completely different class. I wouldn't even recommend trying to get involved with that one. So I think Tom Tyres on the first stop, so we'll need a short second stop. Woo. Okay, well, who do you think, though, is going to come out on top? Because at the end of the day, you know, they've got a long way to go. Let me know in chat, actually, who you think is going to come out on top. Is it going to be, let me see if I can stick a poll up. And we'll see if we can get a poll. And see who you believe is going to come out on top. Because I've got this funny feeling that actually, you might have to hashtag it, I think. Can I add a poll? Can I add a poll? Give me a poll. You might need to hash. Yeah, drop your hashtags in chat, I think, because I'm not going to be able to make a poll here. Oh! Shute's gone round. Sean Shute went round, and I was talking about a poll at that specific moment. Is this all on his own? He has got Adam Hedgecock right behind him. Shoots around, no name it is. He's all on his own. Oh, Sean Shute drops down the order to 4th in class. Hedgecock takes 3rd. Watson's in. There we go, your leader's in. Look at this long old pit lane. Not only is it round one side, you've got to drop down the hill into the other. And he stops. We'll see if that Audi comes off the floor first. I know he's dropping down the order. Don't panic, I've got you covered. I just want to see if that Audi comes off the deck. Because as we know now, they've changed it around a bit here. Yeah, Watson's in pits. That's what I've got you. Got you. He's taking a chunk of fuel. Absolutely huge amounts of fuel for 44 minutes. He's up in the air. He is actually up in the air. There you go. Unfortunately, as I want the pit lane cam, yeah, he's up. He hasn't taken tyres. So he's got to take them now. And now, unfortunately, he's dropped him all the way down the order. Literally all the way down the order in 15th place if he can come out the hill quick enough. Nope, he's not going to come out quick enough. 16th. So definitely not. Albanese and Robert Adams here as well. Is he doing a 24-hour race? I have no idea. But he's gotten a full. Let's have a look at that pit lane time from Watson. 2 minutes. 2 minute 2. Peroni was in 2:40. What are they expecting? Is that a mistake? Considering most are around 140, 150. There's a lot of 2 minute stops, mind you. Hedgecock's got a 2 minute pit lane time. So is Jamie Doherty. So is Albanese. So maybe they weren't taking tyres in the first part, mate. And everybody has now gone for it this time. Just an idea. However, Francisco Santos Pereira is chasing down Watson. Again, a completely different class. No real need for that battle to even commence. Robert Adams has dropped it back a little bit. It will be whether or not Watson here. Now, the important thing for Watson, he got out in front of Danes. He's basically had about a 15-second gap over Danes. So that's fine. That's one of them cleared. But it's now how he clears the rest, and that's going to be his issue at the moment, whether or not he can. The first stop was very short, yeah, very, very short. It was like a 1:36, I believe. Unfortunately, once they stops and they go in again and goes, once they go in again, the time completely clears, which is a little bit frustrating. I'm not going to lie, but it's not something that I've got control over, unfortunately. No need for Pereira to challenge him. Pereira is 5th in class, Sean Shute in 4th, Hedgecock third, Albanese 2nd, and Paul Scott in 1st. As you can see, Robert Adams is now gone into the pits. Oh no, it's there. I'm not quite sure why that said pits then. But it's where Watson will come out, and that's the thing for him at the moment. What do we reckon? Hold on. Who's got the hold on, just resolving an issue. I think that's the thing, Phil. You know, it's going to be close, but Fletch might get it. Tom 2nd, Watson 3rd. Fresh tyres on 2nd as well, so it's fuel, so they have a lots of grip at the end. Maybe. Here comes the fan club. Yeah, Daswell, that's all on you, buddy. That's your fan club. I'm not saying a name after my last few races. No. Shh, Phil, don't. But we'll see how that happens. De Oliveira has got Darren Doherty in front and Paul Williams right behind him currently at the moment in time. Uh-oh. And all the while that was going on, I believe this may have been taking an effect as well. Baz Meacham here in the Mark Sykes Design livery. You can go and check over Mark on the Discord as well. Oh, he's gone into the pits as Baz Meacham, so that's fine. As well, one of the things I do want to mention, guys, as well, is the new Nxtgen TCC has been announced as well, so you can go and get involved with the new Nxtgen TCC League. That will be taking place on the NXTCC Season 2, 8-round championship around iconic circuits, fixed sprint setups on cars, all 4 TCR cars are allowed, 3 races a night. Race 3 is a reverse grid chosen by the commentator. Cars and Teams Championship as well. Ballast will be added to the championship's leading car manufacturers. Tracks, Brands Hatch, Catalonia National, Zolder Alternate, Red Bull Ring, Touring East, Watkins Glen, Oscherschlaben GP in Germany, and Interlagos. So there's classic tracks there. So if you want to get involved, links are down in the description below. If you want a Discord link, you can hit me up and I should be able to give you one. And there you go, you can get involved. But that will be taking place on a Tuesday, starting at 7:30 in the evening. Now that's 7:30 BST or GMT by that point, because we're probably going to have daylight savings, so be aware. Watson's is Splash and Shoot at the moment. That's a please let me through. Different class. Sean Shoot kind of doesn't have to, but in all honesty, why would you want to hold up the guys in front of you? It makes no sense. Watson take the inside line in pull on. Sean Shoot kind of refusing to give it to him. So yeah, get involved with the NXTCC as well. And as I say, you can come and get involved with that one and join in as well. Get yourselves in an NXTCC event. Why not, right? Because it's fun and it's going to be absolutely incredible. So, there we go. What more could you ask for? And don't forget as well, guys, is we've got a lot coming up on the JPB YouTube channel this week, so stay tuned for that one. Not only have we got Nxtgen GT3, we've got Radicals tomorrow night, and we've also got Formula 1 22 on Friday, so that should be a good one. Short Shoot there, and Adam Watson passing Nigel Stock. Hedgecock's in the pits. Adam Watson going through. Short Shoot overshoots the chicane and goes off track, but I believe he's still running. There is Sean there, so he's still running, probably got a slowdown currently at the moment. So there we go. Cisco Santos Pereira is in 4th. He stopped twice, mind you. So unless Hedgecock is, oh, he's not. He's lost that position to Santos Pereira, and I don't think Pereira's got to stop again. So be aware of it. That one, it could be Pereira's race. Williams here from Team Tetra Rouge Racing. Team Tetra Rouge has got Matt Evans in front of him as well. Again, 2 different classes. So we're thinking that the second lot of pit stops is going to start taking place at very 37 minutes. So we're going to have to. What about Pereira? Sorry, behind him there. That as well. This is a battle for a position in class. This is 3rd in class. Battle for 15th overall. So let's see how this one pans out with Short Shoot and Pereira. Pereira in the Merc, Shoot in the Porsche as they come around Pouan on that run into Fanier. It's where Watson can get this now. This is going to be the key. Dadwell's in. Dadwell's in the pits. He's going around the other side. So he's not quite stopped yet. I don't think Watson's going to get this, you know. I've got a funny feeling that Watson is not going to get this at all. That is Adam Watson there on your track map on the right-hand side. He is car number 10. Going to keep an eye on Dadwell. That's well there behind my wall. Watson's coming down through the source. Oh, they're on the way. He's on his way. Dadswell can go. Dadswell can go. I think Dadswell might have got this, you know. Watson's looming. Watson's looming. Oh, Dadswell's got it. Oh, no, for Adam Watson. Dadswell got that. But Dadswell's got to get up to speed first. And Watson do this. Fletcher's in the pits now. And these guys are not even round through No Name. Fletcher's pitted now. And these guys are not even now through Poo 1. Matt Shorter is your leader. Matt Shorter currently is your leader of this Spa 2-hour endurance. Mark Fletcher, is he in the booth? He's not even in the pit stop box. And we got Dadswell. They're not going to get there. They're so far away. He's got about another, if he's taken Dadswell's stop time, he's got about another 25 seconds, and these guys aren't going to get any near it. I don't think he's going to get. I don't think they're going to get it. There you go, that's Mark Fletcher, and in the pits, car number 7. This is Dadswell and Watson. Fletcher's still in. He's still in. He's out, he's coming out. He's at the base of the hill. There's Dadswell, there's Watson. Fletcher's got it. I'm going to say Justo. The three of them together. Oh, Dadswell's going to try and go around the outside. Into Lacombe. Watson could do with getting involved with this as well. Watson really needs to be involved with this one. Because that's really now how this is going to work out. The intervals between them, you can see them now, 1.6 seconds. Santos is in the pits. Oh, man, I just so wanted to sit back and see, like, Alan Watson. He's been the nearly man. Not quite there. Not quite there. Here we go. This is going to be Dadswell, Fletcher, Watson. We've got Altitude Esports, and Altitude Esports Blue. Shorter's still in 106 at the moment. I think he's going to be looking at losing places here. Dory's only pitted once as well. Oh, that's what got that BMW under control. Stock's in the pits, Baker's in the pits, Oldham's is in the pits, Emmons. So it's where Edgecock comes out there. I'm really not sure why all of a sudden the silvers jumped in front of bronze. It's really quite bizarre in that tower. Oh, that's all good off the grass. Scott's in the pits, Adam, Stock, Benoit, Baker, Sykes. Well, there we go. Watson's dropping back at the moment. All right, you refer it back. What did you actually say? I've got to look back and see which way you placed this. Fletch, Tom, Adam. You might be right. Ryan Walker is in the pits as well. Gazza Williams only stopped once, so is Matella, so is Gardner, so is Peroni, and so is Dory. So this is what we're expecting to be the lead battle. Santos Pereira there is chasing down Sean Shute in class currently. Can Santos Pereira take Sean Shute to take the lead in the silvers? Pereira looking into the bus stop. Not this time. Shute's in the pits. Shute is in the pits for his second stop. That's put Pereira going to be in the lead of silvers. Because Pereira has done two. I'm going to give this all a minute to settle down here, guys, because this is going to jiggle and wiggle around at the moment. So we'll give this a minute. This is your closest battle, Dadswell and Fletcher. I'm quite sure why that camera is completely silent. I really don't like that. There we go. Who do we reckon here then? Because can Dadswell hold with Fletch? That's the thing, right? Dadswell now is going, they're going around Pouhon. Two BMWs followed by an Audi of Adam Watson, who's dropped off as well. He's dropped back a little bit there. Into Fanier we go, the right hander. Then we're going to go left, looking for the exit out onto Paul Ferrer. Around the double right hander. And through Blanchimont. It's going to be tough because Williams, Martello, Gardner's in the pits now. I think expecting these guys to be taken over. So is Peroni. Dory would probably be looking at heading in. Yeah, Dory's in as well. So it's going to be here now, whether or not these guys can do it. Do we think team orders are going to take place there? Do we think? What do we reckon? Mark Fletcher, Tom Dadswell. There's Peroni's not even got into his pit box yet. There's Martello. There goes Williams. 26 on the clock. Danes has got his way back up, right, all the way into 5th place. Matt Shorter is 6th. Santos Pereira's in the pits. Now, as we know, Paul Scott was leading the way at one point in silver. Then the pit stops here all got a little bit mumble jumbled. But can Paul Scott get out? It looks like he's going to get out in front of Santos Pereira. So this should be the lead of silvers here for Paul. He's going to jump across. There you go, up he goes. But this is the battle for your lead. Who do you want to win, James? And I will say the other one to win. Well, I was hoping Adam Watson, but unfortunately he's dropped off a little bit now. But I think out of both of these, I don't really want... I can't really decide how this is going to go, because Dadswell's quick. Dadswell is quick, there's no doubt about that. I think if this wasn't Mark Fletcher, and maybe Rafael De Santis or Metella or Chris Daines, I think Dadswell will make this move, right? And I think he'll send it. But the fact that it's Mark Fletcher, the fact that they're from the same team, I think they're going to hold station. And unless I'm wrong, but I think they're going to hold station, and I think this is going to be Fletcher's win. That's my prediction anyway. I think that's could be how it's going to pan out. I don't think Dadswell's going to challenge. However, Jordan Bebois and Nigel Stock could be looking at challenging. Chris Daines is in the pits. I thought that was Daines' 2 stops done, but it looks like he didn't quite get there. But Daines is in the pits as well. Dumping the order now into 9th. Benoit and Stock for 3rd and 4th in class. He's done it again. Why is it all of a sudden flipped them round? This is the bronze battle. Benoit's looking at. Oh. I don't know what if Benoit's going to be able to get this. They're battling up front, but again, I don't think they're going to be. There's going to change. Hedgecock, however, and Albanese side by side as they drop down into Rivage now. Albanese on the left, Hedgecock on the right in the BMW. Oh, that's Albanese's corner all day. Albanese's corner all day. Benoit and Stock in bronze. Benoit in the Ferrari, Stock in the Merc. Side by side going down into Lacombe. They're going to be hard on the brakes now. Is Benoit going to run this round the outside? Yeesh. Leave the room. Stock's looking at coming back up. Stock got the run in that Merc, but Albanese and Hedgecock are still going. Mark's all for racing and putting on the show, so no team orders. I can't see it. Dadswell has been close, right? He's literally been close a couple of times. Here, look, going down into Lacombe, and there's just no... It doesn't look aggressive. And by that, I don't mean smashing Mark Fletcher. That's not what I mean. What I mean is that body language of the car that shows that he's got intent to pass. And I just can't see the intent with Dadswell. And I know he's not probably going to want to follow, but at the same time, I can't see that intent unless he's going to save it. And I'm going to see a send on the last lap going into the bus stop. I don't know. That's my prediction. Benoit and Stock here for third and fourth in class. It's really quite frustrating while they've jumped around. They decided that they weren't. It's now going to put silver before bronze. Oh, Pepels there got a little bit out of shape coming into the bus stop. Pepels in the Ferrari. He's going to try and take it around the outside. He's going to send it on the inside of Stock. It's going to jeopardize his exit. Stock's got the better run out. Yeesh. Pepels got to tuck it behind him now. Was he going to run him down into the source? Door's wide open. Stock's let him go. Why wouldn't you let him go when you got a long run like Pepels? See, they're going back into Blanchimont again, and Fletcher's still got the lead. Stock into Merck now, going down the base of El Rouge. Here we go. We're out on the left-hand side. Contact there. Contact, and unfortunately, Pepels has now got the lead. Mark Fletcher. Let's see here. Look at the intent. There's none, Daz. Yeah, that was an awesome battle until they've come into contact with each other. But Adam Hedgecock here and Stefan Albanese is another two that are having an absolute barnstorming scrap. Hedgecock takes a very tighter line going around the second part of Blanchimont. Congratulations, I've received 100 messages. Well done. Thank you so much, guys. Absolutely stellar job. Wessels is in the pits from CS Academy. This is Chris Danes from Verano trying to get past Adam Hedgecock, so it's not for class. There's not a class battle there. Don't do it. The last thing Danes wants to do is get involved in this. Current track temperatures 22 degrees, guys. May the 15th at 10 to 6 in the evening. Danes is going to jump Fletcher. What's he going to do about Albanese, though? So that's the question. Albanese knows that Hedgecock's behind him. So the last thing Albanese wants to do is really relinquish that position to Danes, right? It's obvious because he knows, and I know, and anybody with an ounce of motoring brain knowledge will know that as soon as that door opens, Hedgecock's going to be there. So, you know, from Albanese's point of view, he's got to choose his careful place here to allow Danes to go through. Yeah, he's not under blue flag. It's not. Oh, he's done it at Pouon. Oh, here we go. There you go, look. Down in the Fanier, there's side by side in the Fanier, Hedgecock in the BMW. Can he hold that inside line? Oh. Ooh. And that's what we were talking about. Albanese had to be careful. Mark Fletcher here with Dadswell. There's still, well, nothing. Dadswell's just not there. Adam Hedgecock is there. In front of him is Stefan Albanese from Team DRS Esports. Oh, close it was. They were close, Mark Fletcher. We'll keep an eye on it, I promise. Oh, go on. Hedgecock's got to try somewhere. Time's looming, 16 minutes. Drop back. Eesh. That's a shame because I thought he was going to be able to do that then. Mark Fletcher's opened up that half a second gap over Tom Dadswell. Three temps. Not close enough this time around. It'd be the run up out through El Rouge and Radion. If he makes it into Blanchimont, it's a dive, right? Oh, he carried a lot more speed than Fletch did. Mark Sachs is in the pits, 37 minutes, so I think Mark has called it a day. Okay, so that was a little bit more intentful from Tom Dadswell, right? He literally let him know that he was there. This is going to be the run. Dadswell could do it this time around. He's got 14 minutes. Closing, he's closing, he's closing, he's closing, he's closing. Fletcher's got the inside covered. I swear he's lifting. I swear he's lifting. I want to follow Dadswell round for a lap from here. Who's got the fastest lap so far? 2:15.54, Mark Fletcher. Oh, Sean Shute. This is in Pouon. Oh, it's going round. You can see that all day. Unlucky for Sean Shute. Back on board with Dadswell. I want to listen down Blanchimont, right? Because I got a funny feeling Dadswell's lifting. And you can see what you think, but battery is James. I know, but he's just not there. I don't think he's there. I think he's lifting here. Let's have a listen. Prove me wrong. No, he's not proving me wrong. Told you. Why? Tom Dadswell. Tell me why. I don't get it. He could have had that, and he's been looking like he's closer and closer and closer. So here we go now, running down the hill. BMW Mark Fletcher in front of us. We're on board with Tom Dadswell behind us. Dropping down the hill, going up through the El Rouge Radion complex. Up over the top we go, through Radion. Taking it all the way down now. Down the Kemmel we go. We've got the looming BMW Mark Fletcher. We picked up his toe. We're staying with him, staying with him, staying with him. Okay, so a few suggestions, right? Raphael has said he's lifting to not let Watson and Martello catch up. Well, maybe. Watson's been dropping back lap after lap. It's what I was doing at Silverstone. I could have passed him 30 minutes before the end, but I wanted to save, fuel save it and not lose too much time to the guys behind fighting. Yeah, you're right, he's lifting, yeah. But you say he's all for fighting, and that's the thing, right? I get it. And I want to see a fight. I want to see a fight. Because why wouldn't we? We sit here in the booth and we got Tom Dadswell and Mark Fletcher lifting. We've got Chris Danes right up behind the leader in silver, Paul Scott. Stephen Wessels has been here back in the pits again. It's going to be his third stop now. Paul Scott's going to allow Chris Danes to go through. Again, no reason whatsoever for Paul Scott's position to be fighting that here. So that is Chris Danes through. I'm expecting Chris to make that move. Gone, done. Thank you very much. There as well. But Paul Scott still leading silver. He's got 3.3 seconds. What I would do now, there's Albanese, there's Hedgecock. If I was Scott, I'd be looking at trying to use the toe from Chris Danes to make to put me along. Albanese and Hedgecock still there as well. Wessel's been in the pits for a while. Mark Fletcher's still out in front. Gap here from Ryan Walker to Gazza Williams is just nearly, that was under a second there. Adam Hedgecock and Albanese 7/10 back from each other. Stock and Benoit are now nearly a second apart currently at the moment. Martello is going to catch Watson soon. He already gained 2 seconds in 3 laps. Yeah, Watson's had a really rough one since he's come out of the pits. I don't know what's actually happened to him, but he hasn't had the speed that we perceive he would have. And has dropped back a lot his last lap time though, mind you. He was still on a 2:16.02. Martello's pulled out literally half a second of the 2:15.6. So Watson needs to get his boots on a little bit and get that some of that pace back we saw from him earlier on. So it'd be a shame for Watson. I really was rooting for him. I thought he was going to have the opportunity of winning here today, and he's just not been able to be on the pace for the guys up front. It's just a shame for Adam Watson there as well. But Adam Hedgecock, 9 minutes remaining. I'm not going to have a look at all of these off tracks. I know some of them are just on the variances of track limits. Generally around Paul Frere at the moment. Fletcher and Dadswell there as well. Paul Frere again. Okay. Leading us off. Down through Blanchimont we go. Second left-hander. D. There's the last lap times. Dadswell's been quicker. Not this time again. Yeah, there's the gaps from Watson and Martello. Martello again takes another 6/10 out of Watson. Watson's going to have to get his boots on. He really is. Albanese and Hedgecock. A little bit more of an even spread of lap times there. Hedgecock has been quicker, and so has Albanese. So I want to see if I can where Martello is pulling in this gap. Well, across the board really, isn't it? There's not one area where he's Watson slower again. So Martello's not pulling the time from anywhere particular. He's pulling it all the way through the lap. Sector 2 is on this run down into Pouron. Let's see how this compares here from Martello. And Watson is going to flash up very shortly again. Only by 200 this time around though. The thing is with Martello, he's kind of got that bit between the teeth. He can see Adam Watson now. Watson's literally 2 seconds. He knows he's there, he can see him. And that kind of gives you a little bit of a boost, I think, as well from their point of view, because once you see a driver, you think you're going to be able to catch him. So therefore, you put the hammer down a little bit more, you know, and I think that's what Martello's doing. He's quicker on sector 3. It's literally a standard across each sector that this Porsche from Carmelo Martello is quicker. There isn't any specific part on this track that he's gaining time. Fletcher and Dadswell still as they were, unfortunately, for that one. Gazza Williams has got Ryan Walker behind him. Walker and Williams there. Walker's quicker over sector. Williams is quicker over sectors 2 and 3. But I'm expecting that to change coming into sector 4, mind you, because Walker's got a big old dose of draft. Oh, he looks so quick in that Lambo. Walker was quicker that time around. Martello means hammer in Italian. Does it actually? Oh, there you go. I didn't realise that. Walker and Williams now coming down into La Source. Nothing at the moment. Dadswell's jumped Fletcher. Tom Dadswell got past Mark Fletcher. Run down into Lacombe. On the left-hand side is Dadswell. Now, I'm so suspicious. Did he let him go? What do we reckon? Walker and Williams now coming down into Lacombe as well. Williams on the left in the BMW. Walker on the right going into Lacombe. Walker's gone in hot. The gap's been left open. Are they going to run side by side on the exit of Lacombe? They do on that run now. Down into Rivage. They're still side by side currently at the moment. Walker's on the right in the Lambo. Williams on the left. Too wide going around Rivage. Oh, make it round, make it round, make it round. They do. Into No Name they go, and Walker is through. He's taken an exceptionally big off track there. I'm not going to lie. He's coming into Pouon. You've got to kind of lift, get that thing pointed, and go. That's the only options you've got. Here we go. Hedgecock and Albanese. Down into Lacombe they go. Hedgecock in the BMW, Albanese in the Porsche. Oh, that's close. Back up now to Walker and Williams. Didn't let him go, but he didn't fight it. No, that did look, yeah. Thank you. I'm glad I'm like on point here because you guys have agreed with me, and I got a funny feeling that that's going to be another move back. Right, here we go. On the rundown into El Rouge Radio. Let's have a listen. What is Fletch up to? The move's on. The move's on. Okay, we're on. We're on. Fletcher's got 6th gear. Dutton. Done. 2 seconds now, Martello and Watson. So Watson needs to be careful there. Hedgecock and Albanese. They were side by side at one point. We thought Hedgecock was going to make it, didn't quite make it through. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. This goes down into the bus stop. Oh, Martello is defending like an absolute trooper. You can almost hear him with Jose Mourinho in his ear roll. Park the bus! Park the bus! That's what Martello has. It's almost like Martello's got 11 men at the back end of that Porsche. And they're just literally parking the bus, stopping Adam Hedgecock get through. But excellent driving from Albanese. Not a gap there now. I'm going to jump back up front as these guys coming around Blanchimont. That's all again. He's trying to get through. He's poking his nose all over the place. They've got to be in chat together. They have to be to make this work. Too wide into the bus stop. No, that's what looks like getting a little bit of a better run if he can. 1:32, this is going to be the final lap of the race. Final lap coming up. We're going to see Barney on the right side. There he is on the left, Barney's waving. White flag lap. That's what was closing. That's what was closing. Here we go. Last lap of the race. There's a little bit more of a defense there. Can Dadswell hold this one? Going round Rivage, are going to stay here because with these leaders, Hedgecock and Albanese are right close together as well. They're coming into the bus stop, so they've got one more fight in them. Three attempts into Fanier. Do we reckon there's going to be a send by Fletch going into bus stop? Do we reckon there's going to be a send? Let me know if you think there's going to be a send by Fletch. He's half a second by Dadswell's half a second back. I don't think it's close enough. I think this is going to be Mark Fletcher's win. Here we go. Yeah, Dadswell's not going to send it from there. Dadswell's not going to send it from there, is he? Oh, he's out of shape. He's out of shape. He's got one more. The flag isn't finished. They go round the corner. Oh, they're saying it's finished. I thought it... No, it's not yet. It isn't yet. Surely it's not yet. He hasn't waved the flag. It says Fletcher's won, but I didn't think the flag took place till now. Okay, there we go. Williams and Watson. Williams and Walker, sorry. They come across the line. Walker takes the 6th place, Williams in 7th. Paul Scott is going to be your winner of silver. Adam Hedgecott looks like he got past Albanese. This is how that one happened. I want to see it just before we go across the line. Oh! Okay, let's have another look. Wow, that was any more net code than I couldn't believe at that one. There was a gap there. Yeah. Robert Adams is going to take the victory in bronze. I wouldn't really feel the need to take that one. Net code, but he would have hit it regardless. Well, you know, you don't necessarily know that. That was net code though, mind you. That was net code. So there you go. I don't know if he would have hit him. Let's have a look a little bit further back, right? Albanese did close the door there, Rav. I'm not going to lie. I'm not quite sure that there would have been need for that door to close that much. No, I need to go the other side. I want to have a look there. Watch. Watch the door close. So, you know, the door did close, so that's a bit of a tough one, I think. Don't you think? I'm not quite sure how that would have worked out as well, but yeah, tough one. Tough one. Well, that was fun. Thanks for the awesome solo, James. Great work. Cheers, mate. We're going to do interviews next as well, guys, so we will try and catch up with the guys here as well. But let's bring you up the results here this evening. In first place was Mark Fletcher, Tom Dadswell in second, Adam Watson third, Camilla Metello in fourth place, Matt Shorter fifth, Ryan Walker sixth, Gazza Williams seventh, Gavin Gardner eighth, Gianni Peroni in ninth, Jamie Dory 10th, Chris Daines in 11th. In silver, Paul Scott is your victor with Adam Hitchcock in second place, Devin Albanese third, Francisco Santos Pereira in fourth. Robert Adams is your winner in the bronze class with Jordan Bebois behind him. Beyond that, Nigel Stock was in third in bronze there as well. Stephen Wessels in 20th, Samuel de Oliveira 21st, Darren Dougherty 22nd, Sean Shute 23rd, Matt Emmons 24th, Sam Holman 25th, Paul Williams 26th, David Farvo 27th, and Mark Baker is in 28th place. Now, beyond that, Jorge Santos is in 29th, Baz Meacham in 30th, Mark Sykes 31st, Liam Tack 32nd, Daniel Sitzman didn't happen to join at all. So there we go, unfortunately, for them. Let's see if we can get these guys. I want to do something really quickly as well. I didn't get a clear call from the spotter and mounted the inside curve to give Stefan all the room. I can't just vanish. No. No, he should have backed out. He was super. No, I can't see that as well. I don't think that's correct. He was alongside. As he said there, he can't just disappear. And I don't know. We'll let the stewards deal with that one. But I want to look at the championship. Now, this was coming into this race, guys. There was an issue earlier on as well. So the golds were correct. It's the silver class. Samuel de Oliveira was in first. Santos Pereira second. Hedgecock third. Scott was fourth. Williams fifth. Albanese sixth. Bembich seventh. Shoots in eighth. Antonori in ninth. Now, that was coming into this race. So there we go. Baz Meacham was in first in bronze. Darren Doherty second. Sitzman third. Sykes fourth. Stock fifth. Holman sixth. Adams seventh. Benoit eighth. Baker ninth. Emmons 10th. Farvo 11th. And Liam Tack is in 12th place. So there we go. That are you up to date with the standings. Okay, so that wasn't what happened after this. It was coming in. So there we go. Such a shame as we had a mega battle for most of the race. Yeah, I thought the battle was nice and clean and it was exceptional. There was, I will say, there was a big old dose of netcode, Adam. Okay, so there was a big old dose of netcode, and that happened as well. But I think the gap did close. So it really is a tough one, bud. I don't know. I wouldn't think that it was all on you. I think there was a thing. Adam, if you want to jump in the booth, mate, come and have a word with me about it. We're going to come and have a chat. Come and jump in the booth. See if you want to come and have a chat with me. So there you go. Come and have a chat. I think you deserve a chat after that. So let's see what happens here as well, as we wait patiently. See if we can get that in, or if Robert wants to come and join me in the booth. And we'll see if we can get them in as well. Dudes Castro Neves, hi. Hello, mate. You come right at the end of the race. So there we go. You come right at the end of the race. They're in the waiting room. Huh? Oh, he's all the way down there. Right, I've got Mark Fletcher in it. Mark, sorry, buddy. I didn't see you all the way down there in the bottom of the Discord. I thought that was going to be in the waiting room in the GT3s, mate. But anyway, how are you?
I thought you forgot about me.
No, I didn't see you all the way down the bottom of the hill there, mate. You know what I mean? Tom's messaged me saying he's in waiting room as well. Hold on, let me pull you both in together. We'll do a double chat with you and Tom. Tom, again, apologies. There's an interview waiting room above the commentator room. That's where I thought you were sat. I didn't realise you were sat all the way down. So, no, that's not your fault. I didn't realise you were sat all the way back down there. But look, now, okay, so that was an interesting one, right? Not going to lie. there was a lot going on. There was a lot going on in the booth as well with why is Tom Dadswell not backing out? Why is he backing out? Tom, can you explain to me why you were lifting and not going for it earlier?
I thought my best shot was to wait till the last lap because the slipstream is so strong here. I didn't want to give Mark the opportunity on the last lap to go for it. I thought the better position would be to be behind, going onto the last lap.
Okay. Mate, I give you more credit for that then. I thought you were playing the championship game and just realised you needed to finish behind me.
No, I was going to send it last lap. I was setting up for it.
Yeah, because he was lifting all the way, and I was like, why is Tom lifting? Like, what is it? He was driving me crazy. I was like, why is he lifting? Tom, why are you lifting? Come on, you should have been right up there, buddy. But overall, you guys had an epic battle once you come through that second round of pit stops. You know, we had a funny feeling we were going to get onto a two-stopper situation anyway. You know, Mark, was there any doubts in your mind that you were going to take that win? Or because I was sitting back going, look, there's both for the same team. You know, team orders. Mark's the boss, maybe. You know, was that going through your head? Did you think he was going to go for it?
Oh, without a doubt. Like, without a doubt. I don't play team orders here. It's good fun, but I thought he was like, oh, I don't need to push it because, you know, we do race hard. But yeah, when the first round of pit stops came and Gianni was like gone, I thought, oh, okay, we're fighting for second here. And then after the first set of pit stops, Adam went. I thought, hold on a minute, what are me and Tom doing here? I took tyres at the end of the race just because I wanted better tyres at the end. And obviously it just about worked. I mean, it was close on the exit. But no, it was good racing. But yeah, never any team orders. It's all guns blazing here.
Okay, well, we'll inform you now. Adam also took tyres in the second pit stop. He was 7 seconds on his stop time quicker than you guys on the first one. So that would explain the gap that Adam, when he come out of the pits, that's what he had. Because basically his stop time in the first one was 7.2 seconds, which is roughly what he come out with by the time you guys had settled. But, you know, overall, you got an Altitude Esports 1 and 2, which is great for the team race. Team race. You guys are going at it in the championship. If I sat here now and said to you, who do you think is going to win? Would you vote for yourselves?
Yeah,
definitely. It's going to be good. It's going to be good because me and Tom have raced together for years. Well, a couple of years, 3 years. It's going to be good. Like, yeah, no hards barred on the last couple of rounds. We're in separate Discords. We don't talk to each other. And yeah, I know Pete, Tom's dad, sits in the mainstream Discord, so he's cheering on his son. I got my dad watching my stream. So yeah, it's all hell going loose here.
Right. Okay. Well, listen. Just do me one favour. Nothing else. I love hard racing. Please don't take each other out.
Yes, Tom, are you listening?
Please don't, because the first rule of racing, don't take out your teammate, Tom.
Okay.
Okay, so
to be fair, I think I've crashed into the back of more people.
I think you should be directed the other way.
All right, look, but overall, guys, you had an absolutely epic battle. Is there anyone, Mark, let's start with you. Is there anybody you want to give a shout out to before you leave the booth?
Yeah, all the guys in the team. And then the sponsors, Stim Stickers, Hedge, Freem, Phil Regan, and Ace Tech Sim Sports.
Right, Tom, is there anybody you want to add to that one?
Just the same. Yeah, the same. And Jason Hodgson as well. He's helped me out quite a lot with like strategies and stuff like that in the last couple of races.
Awesome. Well, well done, guys. Congratulations on your first and second. And we look forward to seeing you next time out.
Yes, thanks a lot, mate.
Take care.
Bye.
All right, so that is Tom Dadswell there. I'm going to pull in my good friend I haven't spoken to, well, for at least a week, Adam Hedgecock. How are you, buddy?
Gutted. Absolutely gutted. I didn't want the race to end like that.
All right, now what is your perspective of it? Because as we know, Raphael was in chat, and obviously his teammates are Stefan in Team DRS. What's your opinion of it there, bud?
So I feel like I only got a brief time to watch it back because the server shuts down pretty quick after the race.
It did as well. I wasn't expecting that.
No, I know. Right?
It shows everybody my messy desktop all of a sudden. I'm like, ah! Never
Oh
mind.
no!
That's
I will
all
be.
right.
When I watch this back, I will be judging the amount of icons you have on your desktop.
Oh, don't do that. Don't do that. It's all over the place at the moment, mate. Anyway, anyway, back to the race, Adam. Back to the race. Get off quick.
So yeah, from my perspective, I had gone side by side into the first part of the chicane. Obviously, he had the inside, so got ahead a little bit. But I didn't get a clear call. So assumed that we were still alongside. But I knew that he'd want to come over. It tightens up on the exit, so I literally mounted the curb to try and give him as much space as possible and just try and keep that side by side going. And it looks like there's a dose of net code and contact through that, which it's not ideal. I'm not entirely sure whether we would have hit without the net code.
I don't know. It
would have been tight.
Yeah, it would have been tight. If you were on the curb, there was track to the right-hand side. Okay,
yeah.
So that's obviously all I'm going with my opinions on that one, because generally my opinions do get myself in trouble. So there was track on the right-hand side. So whether or not there could have been more room left, I don't know. Whether or not it turned in, I don't know. But by the fact that we looked at the cam from his right rear quarter, you were alongside. So I don't know. The stewards are probably going to have a look and see how it works out there, bud. But it is an unfortunate end. But all in all, you had a great race.
It was all right, wasn't it? Annoyingly, like Stefan put up an amazing fight all the way through the second half of that race, which meant that I think we were both quicker than Scott ahead of us. But we just didn't. We couldn't catch him because we were too busy fighting. So, and fair play to for getting that win. By the way, he did what he had to do.
He was looking quick all the way through. The table was so jumbled up earlier on. Earlier after the incidents that had happened. We had, where am I going? Robert Adams was at one point mixing it up in golds after the pit stops, and it was all kind of all over the place. So we were just waiting for it to get the second stops out of the way and settle down, and it did. And Paul come out on top, and fair play to him. Paul did a solid job. He let Chris Danes through as well, so we didn't fight Chris, but then he kind of stayed up as close as he could to try and pull the draft on him. So he was, doing an absolute amazing effort. So fair play to Paul. He did a stellar job. We're moving on. Mr. Hedgecock, what do you think? How are you going to get on in the next one?
Where are we racing in the next one?
Really? You've forgotten?
Yeah, it's been a long day.
Yeah, and says the man who's opening up now. Oh no, you caught me off guard now. I've just closed my laptop as well. Like I've got my laptop sat next to me. I don't think. Oh, losing me marbles. Hold on. We're at Sebring.
Yeah. I have never driven the BMW at Sebring.
Well, you'll be all right because the BMW is a bit of a curb eater, so you should be good.
It felt good over the curbs tonight, to be fair. So yeah,
mate, it's a proper curb eater. You'll be fine in Sebring.
It's one of those that I'm suitably mediocre at. So
well, see how you get on, Mr. Hedgecock. I think that's all we can ask for, isn't it?
Positive mental attitude.
Yes, you've got to have a positive mental attitude there as well. But Adam, look, I love having a chat with me, mate, and we could be here all night. Unfortunately, I need to go and make a cup of tea. So, listen, anyone you want to give a shout out to before you leave the booth this evening?
Easy for you to say. The Altitude Boys.
Well, all right, shush, just get on with it.
The Altitude Boys. From what I heard, the gold drivers had good results.
They did, yeah, 1 and 2. So and 3 because Adam Watson got third.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I lost track of what was going on with that because I was just focused too much on my own one. But shout out to those boys, our sponsors as usual. For the team, I'm guessing Mark has already called those out. So you know what, my personal partners partners. World GT. There is Sim Race 24/7. There is a broadcast company. Oh, is it JP Broadcasting? I think it's called.
All right. Never heard of them. Are they any good?
Oh crap! Who's the other one?
I don't know.
Finding Speed. Finding Speed is the other one.
Nice.
So yeah, shout out to those guys. Yeah, you again for putting in the grind and getting another broadcast done.
No worries, man. Well, always a pleasure, Mr. Hedgecock, and thank you so much for joining me in the booth this evening.
Thanks for having me, dude.
No worries. Take care. Right, guys, there we go. That was Mr. Hedgecock in the booth. I'm sorry if you stared at my message desktop. I wasn't expecting the session to finish as quickly as it did. But really, guys, that is it from me here this evening. So much love, as always. And all that's left for me to say, guys, as always, is you all take care. Have a great week. And you never know, I might see you on the track sometime. Good night.